এখানে আরো চেয়ার দাও, এখানে আরো চেয়ার দাও, ইমার্জেন্সি চেয়ার লাগবে। এখান থেকে আপনারা ভিতর রুম থেকে দাও।
Okay, you're ready? The only lady here. So, my name is Cherry Prestado. So, I'm a project manager in OCTOPUS newsroom. I used to be part of the support team, and then I'm going to do some brief introduction of who we are as a company and as a newsroom computer system. So, OCTOPUS, we offer this mode. You don't have to change anything. Okay? So, menu section, if you press anything from here, let's say I want to go to planning, and then let's say I want to check the contents of the BBC maybe, or if I want to go to story folder, what happens is this tab, it keeps being replaced, right? If I want to open a new tab, say for example, I want to open BBC, and then planning, maybe central on the other tab, and then rundowns on the other tab. So what you can do is, on your keyboard, just press the control key, and then press the left click on your mouse, or if you have the shortcut list, it shows there control click. Or the easiest way, if you have this mouse, you see this scroll at the center. If you press this while focusing on the menu, let's say I want to open the media, and then I'm going to press this scroll, it basically opens a new tab. Okay? So it's either control click or you press this scroll on your mouse. Okay? So that's how you open a new tab. Okay? And then also you can collapse or minimize the menu section. You see this arrow left? If you press this one, it gives you a bigger working area. Okay? So once you collapse the menu, you can still access all this section by pressing these 3 lines right here. So press this, and then say for example, you wanted to open, let's say, my stories. Okay? So that's how you minimize or collapse, and then you can expand the menu section by pressing this arrow again. Okay? And then say for example, you have a very long list of the menu items, and you want to collapse all of them together. What you can do is press this double arrow up. It basically collapses all the menu section. And then apart from this one, we have this plus green button. We have different options here. You can create a new story, a new rundown, upload some files like a PDF, a document, or some photo, and then also you can add some text, create an assignment, create some wire notification and tag notifications. Okay, so that's the menu section. Now let's move on to the next part. Let me just collapse this one. We have right here search. So this is the global search. If you want to search for a certain topic in OCTOPUS, be it a story, an assignment, or maybe some clips, what you can do is try to search for that specific keyword and press enter. From here, once you press enter or you press this search button, what happens is OCTOPUS is searching for this DACA keyword within the OCTOPUS section, okay? So from here, as you can see, everything is checked. So it can be a story, a wire, a media, contact, assignment, file, text, post, or link. Say for example, you just want to search for DACA, just the wire. So what you can do is untick this one and then just check the wire, and then from here you can see all the all the wires with the DACA inside. So if I try to preview this one, okay, I don't know, probably, let me just check. Okay, so it's actually, you can see the link here, it says DACA, but if there's any content, maybe inside the wire, it will be highlighted. So basically your system is still empty, so it's only showing all the wires and the links right here, okay? So as you can see, if I try to search, from here it is highlighted. Okay. So this is what we call global search. It's search within the OCTOPUS section. The next thing is we have what we call web search. So you will have to select the search engine and then type the keyword and then press this search icon. It will open a new tab. As you can see here, it's like searching from your Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge. So instead of going out of Octopus, search for that specific topic, or maybe you want to fact check something, you can do it directly here in the Octopus client. Okay? So earlier it's global search. Next is we have web search. So you just have to select the search engine from the list. Then next to the search we have drag and drop some tab here to add a bookmark. So say for example, you are working on the wires and also the planning. What you can do is you just have to drag this on top. Okay? So now the BPC is right here, and then let's say the planning also. Instead of going to the menu section again, okay, where's my mouse? Instead of going through this section, what you can do is just simply open it from the bookmark itself, okay? So that's the bookmark. Next to the bookmark, by the way, we have an option right here. If you right click in the bookmark, we have the option to rename this one. And once you're done working on it, you can just simply remove them from the list. And then next we have the clock. So this is the current time of the server. Okay? And if you right click here, you can disable the bookmark and also the clock if you just don't want to see them on top. And then you can again right click, enable the bookmarks and also the clock. And then next to the clock we have the splits. From here, okay, let me just configure this one. So you know the separator. Okay. Split divider. So if you press the split, as you can see here, I just have added the colors. You can determine that the split is active. The current active split is more highlighted. It doesn't look like it, but the inactive split should be grayed out. Okay? So if you want to open, let's say, if you want to have the rundown on the right, and then you have the wires and story folder maybe on the left, you can do it like this one. And then from uh, from the left side, say for example you are watching the wire, you can create a story based out of this one by drag and dropping it to the rundown. So that's one way of how you use the splits. Okay? So you for the reporters or producers, you can have the wires on the left, and then you can start working the story on the right section. Okay. So the splits actually depends on how you want to work on it. So you can split it vertically or horizontally. Okay? So whatever you choose here, it's only applicable to your user account. So don't be crazy with those splits. Okay? Because it will open a lot of splits. So, okay? And then you can just drag and drop the tab on the other splits. Okay? So whatever you open here, it's only applicable to you. So don't be afraid in exploring the splits. Okay? And then right next to it is we have the layout and tabs. We have an option here to save as. So from here, you can save the desktop as you give it a name. So this is just for testing. And then if I press OK, say for example, I started working on something else. If you have like a multiple role, and then, okay, let me just have the planning on the right, and then let's say this is the wires. Okay, so say for example, if I'm one of the desk planners, I have the wires on the left, I'm watching the wires right here, and then on the right I have the planning section. I can save this desktop as, the naming for this one, it's up to you. Okay, because it's only applicable to your profile. If I press OK, and then if I close any of this one, especially if you have like multiple role, you are working on some stories and rundown, and then assignments and also stories, you can always go back to this save desktops. So instead of going through the menu section again and then opening the splits, opening all those tabs that you currently have, you can save it as your own desktop. Okay? So I have this, the test, and then I can go back to wires and assignment. Okay? So that's the desktop. And then from here, you can manage the save desktop. You can rename it, and then also once you're done working with it, you can just simply delete them. Okay? Next to the layout and tabs, we have, if you have accidentally closed a tab, you can reopen it going to this layout and tabs and reopen close tab, or you use the shortcut key, which is Control-Shift-P to reopen the last closed tab. Okay? And next to this reopen close tab, we have this bell icon here. So all the notifications that you will receive will be stored here. I'm not sure why my... Okay. So your chat are working or not? Do you see any green on your username?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's just my account. Okay, I think I can send. No. Yes. I think it's just on my laptop. But simply if you can just, if you're connected to chat, you can select send message, and then from here there will be some recipients. Okay, it's not working for me. But basically, if you try to send the message to everybody, select from the recipients list, and then type the text. And once you send it, everybody or that person will receive a notification, and then they will see it in this section. Or if you are assigned to an assignment or to a story, or somebody changed the status or edit your story, you will also receive that notification in this section. So from here, if you right click on this asterisk, you can hide the widget, and then also you can configure the widget. That is default display is multi-line. We have the option to show it just one line, and also like a ticker. So I prefer using ticker, and then press OK. Any notifications will be shown here like a ticker running. Okay, so that's the notifications. Next is we have your account. From here, first is the user profile. Do we have reporters here? Anchors? No? So every one of you, like producers, directors,
Editors and producers. We have some news editors and producers.
reporters also. Okay. If we have an anchor or presenter, important section, here is to set your reading speed. Okay? So you can always replace this text. If you are working on the local language, news, you can replace it.
Speed.
It should be a combination of letters and numbers and some abbreviations and some complex words. So from here, you will need to read this text 3 times actually. So you'll have to start and read all this text. Once you're done, stop, and you'll have to do it 3 times. So 2 more, start, and then stop, and then start again, and then stop. Right here at the bottom, Octopus will calculate your current reading speed. So I'm just skimming, that's why it's 1000-something%. And then if you press OK, Octopus will show that this is your current reading speed.
আগেও ছিল আগে হচ্ছে রিপোর্টারদের ছিল
So this is actually useful when you are writing your stories. So you know the timing of your story for the script part itself. If you will not use this reading speed, Octopus is still using 70 millisecond per character for their reading speed. Okay. Let me cancel that one. Next to the edit user, we have general tab. From here, you can change the font size of each section. So say for example, you just want to change the menu font size on the left. If you want to make it bigger, you can always change the font size button here and then press OK. So whatever change you made here is only applied to your profile. Okay. So next to the user profile, we're using the default password, which is *32 and then exclamation point. If you want to set your password, you can change it from here. Okay? So you set the default password here and then set your desired password. You'll have to input them twice. Okay? And then press OK. Alright. So next to the change password, we have set up keyboard shortcuts. If you want to set a shortcut for specific action in Octopus, you can always change it from here. Say for example, for a story, or let's say for the script itself, if you want to add shortcuts for the placeholder, maybe for the colors, you can set it from here. Or if you want to have a uniform shortcut for everybody, we can set it as an administrator. Okay? And then set the desired shortcut for each action. Okay? So that's the keyboard shortcut, and then we have now the option to zoom. Okay? So from 100%, maximum is 200%. So you can make everything look bigger. Let me just close this one. Say 130%. And then next to the zoom, we have the mode, dark mode, light mode, and the OS. Okay? And then also next to it is we have the messaging. I don't know why it's not working on my machine. But basically you can message everybody from your team. And then also, if you encounter any issues with your Octopus client, say for example, your client suddenly freezes while you are writing your script, what you can do is go to this section and then notify admins, and then by default, the name will be your username. Important section is when it happened. So say for example, it happened today. You just have to press this calendar right here, or this calendar for today. And then you can specify the time. So say for example, it happened around 11:15 a.m. Yeah. And then from here, you type the short problem title. Let's say client freezes, and then you type the description. What exactly happened when the client freezes? Say for example, we were just writing a script, or just adding some CG, or adding placeholder when the client freezes. You need to specify all the issues here. Okay? Let's say while adding CG. And then from here, right here at the bottom, Octopus will upload the logs from my computer, from my laptop, from this specified date. Okay, so the date that I have specified here. And by confirming this dialog, you also allow Octopus to take a screenshot of your machine as part of this report. If I press OK, what happens is problem description was successfully uploaded to the server. So all the administrator will get this notification that this user uploaded a new problem report. So I get notified because I'm still part of the administrator group. Okay? So that's the notify admins. Now let's move here at the bottom. You will see the white part, bottom left. If you press anything from here, it shows you the current version of your Octopus client, and then the Java application that you're using, and then also the OS that you currently have. And then from here, since I've been playing around with the desktop earlier, I can see here that I loaded the desktop test and then the wire and assignment. So next to this one, we have right here, we have this green circle and green background. If you hover your mouse here, it shows you there are two servers. So the main server um, which is the current master, while the backup is currently running as slave and it is synchronized. So if one of the server is dead, you will still see this green circle, but the background will be red. So if it happens, you will have to notify your administrators. And then from here, this is the name of your Octopus server. So Octopus hyphen star news. And then from here, you will see this number 17, meaning you still have 17 available concurrent licenses. So currently you have 30 user licenses. That's the maximum license that you have. So 30 users can log in to the system at the same time. Okay? And next to this number 17, we have this green bar. This is the connection latency from my computer to Octopus server. So if you are like working outside from other location, maybe you are connected to VPN, you will see some colorful from this bar. Okay, it can be green, it can be orange and red, meaning that's the connection from your laptop to the Octopus server. It might happen that when you are writing some stories, they are not saved properly. So you need to check first your connection latency here. Okay? So next to it, we have the date for today and then also the current local time. Any question about the layouts? No question? Are you sure? No question?
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't have question, let's do some exercises. So this exercises is for the layout. Try to do this. I think you can finish it within 5 minutes. Okay? So let's see if you really know how to work with it in the layout. One thing I forgot, where is it? Detach window. If you are like working with multiple screens, let me just show you. Say for example, you're working on multiple screens, and then from here, okay, something is wrong with my. Say for example, you're watching this PVC wires, and you have a multiple screen. These wires, these are just a sample, so that I can show you how it actually works. I'm gonna need the real RSS feeds or wire feeds that you have. Okay, so say for example, you're watching the wires. You see this icon right here on the right side. It says detach this tab. So if I press this one, what happens is it opens actually on my other monitor. So if you have multiple screens and then you're just watching the wires on this part on the other screen, you can always detach them. So instead of opening 2 Octopus client, you basically have like 2 clients, but you're just using 1 license. Okay? To reattach it, just press this. reattach button again. Okay? So let's try to do these exercises. I'll give you 10 minutes to finish this one, and then we'll move on to the wire section.
Octopus bind to me every user. Every user. সকল user. Find an octopus client বলতে তুমি তোমার একজন রিপোর্টারকে ধরো মেসেজ দিচ্ছো, ওইটা ওই যে একটু আগে মেসেজিংটা দেখাই সেটা লগ ইন ইউর ইউজার টগল এরিয়া লেফট মেনু এরিয়া সেপারেট ট্যাব সার্চ করো। এটা বেসিক্যালি হলো ওয়্যার সার্চ করা। ওয়্যার সার্চ আমরা অক্টোপাস থেকে করবো, এবার করবো নেট কানেকশন না থাকলে না, নেট তারপরে মানে ওয়্যারের তো আমি অন্য কিছু দেয়া করবো, বাইরে থেকে আউট হয়ে বাইরে আছে ওয়্যার সার্ভিস। দেখি ওয়্যার সার্ভিস অলরেডি এখন কি আছে। কি শিখলাম বেসিক্যালি হচ্ছে ওয়্যার সার্ভিসিং ইউজটা দেখাইছে আর কি করে আপনি হলো মাল্টি স্ক্রিন কী করে কাজ করবেন, লেআউটটা। হ্যাঁ, লেআউট মাল্টি লেআউট হচ্ছে ওয়্যার সার্ভিস তো এখানে থাকার কথা। রানডাউনের সম্বন্ধে তো রানডাউনের কোনো কি নেই। ফিট এই যে এইগুলো হলো ওয়্যার, এই যে বিবিসি সব ইউজ করবে। তারপরে যেটা বাংলা টিভি, ঠিক আছে, এখানে ওয়্যার সার্ভিসগুলো ও যেটা এর আগে যেটা বুঝাইছে, যেমন আমি ওয়্যার্সের পাশাপাশি লাইক ধরেন আমি ইয়ে করতে চাই, separate tab. Yeah, I think so. লেফট মেনু হচ্ছে এইটা,
We'll go through the
ঠিক আছে?
stories
এগুলো
later.
হচ্ছে লেফট মেনু। এইটা আমি এখানে আরেকটা উইন্ডো তো এটা দিয়ে খোলা যায়, এই যে, ঠিক আছে?
An arrow down.
এইটা
Press
এই
the arrow
জায়গায়
down. User profile.
এই যে ইয়ে আছে, এই যে প্রিভিউ,
And then set ratings.
এই প্রিভিউতে আমি দুইভাবে করতে পারি, একটা হলো
That one. Yes. Press this one.
এটা এটা হরাইজন্টালি আছে, এটা চাইলে আমি ভার্টিক্যালিও করতে পারি, ঠিক আছে? দুইভাবে করা যায়।
I'll check on that one later. So maybe just use Yahoo and Oh, for you, I think you don't have internet access for. I'm not sure.
Internet,
There is?
yeah. রবিন, দাদার এখানে দেখেন ভালো করে চেরি।
This one.
Yeah.
Instead. I'll show you later. You're too excited to know about this. Okay, are you done? Hello? Is it working?
চলো ভাই আপনি একটু দিয়ে দেন।
Sorry. It's a
রেকর্ডিং পারপাস এন্ড
Ah.
দিস ইজ ফর মাই পারপাস।
it's for okay, got it. So this is actually
ফর রেকর্ডিং পারপাস।
yeah. Green means it's recording.
Yeah.
So if orange, yeah, okay. So I'll off for now.
No, this is running.
Okay.
You can just clip it here.
Okay. Got it. It's okay. Are you done with the exercises? Any questions? This is the detach. If you are like you have two screens maybe. So you if you go here you basically have like it's like you have two clients. And then to reattach it. Okay. Okay, are you done with these exercises? Sure? Or you just want to you don't want to work on it anymore. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic. It's the incoming sources. So we have different types of incoming sources in Octopus. It can be an RSS feed. It can be coming from your
email account, your centralized email account, where all the reporters and stringers send their stories. We can also integrate it here. It can be also from subscription-based wires like AP, Reuters, PTI, or BSS. Do you also follow BSS news? Yeah. So
Sometimes we follow it.
yeah. So
Government-owned news
yeah,
agency.
right. So for if you have those wires, we can integrate them in Octopus. If you also have mobile application, um, we can also get the wires from the reporters outside and then also integrate it here. So for incoming feeds, it depends also if you want to incorporate manually creation of wires. For social media, we used to get all those feeds, but they keep changing their API actually. So before, we can receive all those wires from social media, but now it's limited. It depends on their API. Yeah, so there's some limitations with the social media, unfortunately. Okay, so from here, um, we have the plus button if you want to create the wires manually. So some of our customers, especially in India, they receive all those stories or wires from stringers via WhatsApp, and they have this dedicated person creating the wires. Like they copy and paste from WhatsApp and then copy them and paste it here in Octopus. So you give it a name, the title of that wire. You can set the priority. You can make priority 1 as the highest, priority 3 as the lowest. And then you can set some category, subcategory, and then maybe the source, it can be from stringer. And then also you can add some keywords and then also some tags for this one. And then right here, you will have to write the description of this wire. And then from here, you can attach some files. It can be a photo, a document, or a video. And then also you can add some link in this wire. Okay? So for this one, we are receiving the wires from BD24 Live. So the plus button and edit function, if you just want to add them in your workflow, feel free to use this one. Otherwise, you can just skip them. Okay? Then we have the locate button. From here, it shows you that this wire is located in BD24 Live. Then also, if you have the rights to delete the wire, you can press the delete. And then always we have this confirmation message in Octopus if you really want to delete something for the wire, you just press yes or no. And then we have the preview button, very useful button. You can see them in all sections in Octopus. If you just want to read the content of this wire, you can preview vertically or horizontally. I prefer vertical preview, and then from here, I can just read the content of that wire, and then if there's any attachment, I can see them from the list. Say for example, I'm working on this one, and then on the left side, I can just use my arrow key on my keyboard. So up and down, and then on the right, I have the preview of the wire. Okay, so you can also do it in the storage sections, in the rundown sections as well, with the preview button. Okay, so that's the preview. To disable the preview, just press this button again. Then we have the option to move the wire to another wire folder. So since these are RSS feed, we're not gonna move them somewhere else. And then also you can copy them to another wire folder. And then also you can favorite a wire. Say for example, you find this topic interesting, but you don't have a time to read the content. So what you can do is you can favorite them, and then later on, you can access that favorite wire in your My Octopus, My Stuff section. So you can see them from here. Okay, let me just... So you can see here in My Stuff, once you have time, you can just read them. Okay? So that's the favorite function, and then you can attach this wire to a certain story. Say for example, you are working on a certain story, you just find it from here, from the list, or use the full text search, and then press attach. Okay? And then also you can send this wire to, let's say, I'm gonna press F4, all online users, press OK. I can set it as urgent, press OK. So all online users will receive this notification regarding this wire, and once you open that one, that specific wire is actually open. Okay? So that's how you send a wire to a specific person or to everybody. And then you can mark this wire as read or unread, and then also you can add some comment. Let's say this news is actually misleading. You can type your text here and then press OK. What happens is in this comments tab, I can see this comments icon. And if I want to see the content of that comment, it's either I go inside that wire or I'm going to use the preview, and then I'm going to push this right here and then select comments. So I can see here that admin user typed this comment that it is misleading. So if you don't want your reporters to use this wire in a story, you can add those comments, okay? Or if you find it interesting, you can add some comments also, or you can send them to your reporters. Then also you can create a notification. So from here, you give it a name. So let's say this is for testing. And then from here, you will have to type the keywords. So say for example, you are, if you want to be notified related to DMP maybe, or Parliament, or whatever keyword that you have, you type them here. And then in the advanced section, since we're doing it in BD24 Live, it will search for that keyword from this wire folder. And then we have an option to store the wires in a folder. Other users can use your rule, or other users can modify your rule, and then save it, create a new widget for this rule, or you just have to add it to existing widget. So once you press OK, if new wires with that keyword, like say for example Parliament or DMP, you will be notified in the system widget or to the new notification widget that you have created. Okay? So that's the notification rule. It's basically the same as this one. Plus button, new wire notification. Okay? And the next to the notification, we have a filter. So from here, you can filter all the wires that you have received for a specific date. And then also if there's any priority that is set, you can also filter them. So this filter function, this is customizable. So we can change the filter that if you want to apply this in your wire section, we can customize this filter. And then also we have the print. You can print this wire. Okay. My client freezes. Cannot click anywhere.
He's basically searching for printer.
No, no, no. If you press the print, what happens is it will open a new dialog window regarding the, it will preview the wire. So I'm not sure what's happening on my machine.
It will show the printable version.
Yes, yes, the printable version of that wire. And then you can print it direct. Oh, okay. I don't have the font, that's why I'm seeing these squares. So, but if for you, if you try it, try to open some wire and then select print. Just, okay, all right.
Problem of integration of front.
Okay, let me just, okay. What is the default font that you're using? Oh, I don't have it. Okay, I'm sorry, I have not applied it yet to the, I have uploaded the font on the server, but I forgot to restart the service. That's why we're not seeing the correct font. So maybe after lunch, I'm gonna restart the server and show it to you later on. Okay, so we are all seeing the black box, those boxes. But later on, once the proper font is applied, then we can see them. Okay, so sorry for that. We'll skip this for now. Okay, and then from here, from the config, we can change the default font and then the mode of printing. And then if you right click next to this tabs, toolbars, we have an option to view the toolbars as a text-only text under an icon, after an icon, or just an icon. And then you can customize the toolbar. Say, for example, you don't need the new and edit function. You can just uncheck them from the list and then press OK. So you're just seeing all the related toolbars that you need. And then also we have the full text search in the wires. So I can't read this Bangla text, so I'm gonna do it from the BBC wire folder. So let's say I'm gonna search for this keyword Trump, and then if I press enter, what happens is Octopus will show you all the wires with that keyword. Okay, so now here we have 9 items. As you can see, we only have 4 that are highlighted. So full text search is basically similar to the global search. So it searches within this section. So we are searching the Trump topic within the BBC folder. So if I try to preview here, we have full text search. It's searched within the title and also inside. So if I try to open this one, okay, where is it? So it's not on the title. There's no Trump in there. But if I go inside the wire, it is highlighted. Okay? So it is not only searching from the surface, but it also searches within the content of that wire. So that's the full text search. Okay? So if I close this one, I can see that I have total of 66 items in this wire section. Okay. So next is we have to discuss these columns. We have here the title of the wire. If there's any attachment, you will see an attachment icon here. Next is we have the comments and then the favorite. This one, Okay, priority. If priority is in use, you will see the numbers here, and then the time when we receive it. This is the local time of the server, and then the age, the source where it's coming from. If there's any category used for this wire, you will see them from the list. Also, created by, we're using the OCTOPUS RSS agent. And then we have the modified by, modified time, and modified by. So from here, from the wire section, we have the option to enable the columns or disable them. So you just have, say for example, we're not using priority. I'm just gonna right click here, and then I can remove this column priority. Same with category, right click, remove. If I want it back, right click anywhere from the column header, and then I can select category, or let's say subcategory. I can enable them from this list, okay? And then once you're done, once you're happy with the way you are viewing the wires, again, you can right-click in the column header and then save this form as, you give it a name and then press OK. So every time you are opening the wire section, you are seeing the wires with the form that you have created. So whatever form you create here are only applicable to you as a user. They are not applicable to anybody. Okay? Questions about the wires? Questions? All right. So, apart from this attach, you can actually create a story based on this wire. I'm gonna utilize the splits. I have the wires on the left, and then let's say I'm gonna have the story on the right. So I'm gonna highlight this tab first, and then let's say I want to do it in central. So I can just simply drag and drop this wire to this story folder. So that's how easily you create a story based on this wire. So what I'm doing, do not copy it because this is an RSS feed actually. But say for example, you have the paid version of the wires, you can just simply copy and paste them or drag and drop. So the content of this wire, on the left, it's basically the same on the right. And then if I go to the assets, from here I can see the wire is attached. So that's how you easily create a story from the wire section. You just drag and drop them to the story folder. Or you can attach the wire to a specific story from the list. Okay? Question so far? No? Okay, if there's no question, you know the drill. Exercises. Okay, so let's do the exercises. Okay. It's actually easy for the wires. We only have 5 items. So to open a multiple wires as a separate tabs, you just have to click BBC and then control click for BD Live 24. Yeah, so basically the same thing that you're doing earlier. And then second thing is find words in the wire section using the full text search option. You see the full text and then type the keyword there and then press enter. The third one is basically the same as the first one. You just have to open and then enter the wire itself or use the preview. Okay? Preview will have in fourth one. And then try to add some comments.
How I open these tools here?
Which one?
Suppose Starbase.
Mm-hmm. If you want to use these wires to story folder, use the splits first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then from here, highlight this one and then select Starbase. Yeah, and then from there you can just drag and drop. Yeah. Okay. Are you done? Any questions?
No questions.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because there's some difficulties of search for.
Okay. You're still with the search. Can't move on. Okay, I'll help you later. Don't worry. Okay, if you're done with the exercises, let's move on to the next topic, which is the assignment. So, you do the assignment, the planning, daily. You assign an assignment to reporters daily. How do you normally do it?
It's a text, the email.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
You just email the reporters that this is their assigned task and they need to create a story out of it, and then they should report within the day? Okay. So all the reporters can see all those assigned tasks or not?
We send the whole assignment sheet.
Ah, okay. Okay. So same thing in BTV. They are also like that, working that way. Okay, so assignments in OCTOPUS. Okay, let me just close this. Okay, let me just hide the widget. All right, so assignments, I can just rename we call it planning actually in Octopus, but I can change it into assignment instead later. So I can see here that you have different topics for each assignment. Um, Assignment in Octopus, it is used for content planning or event planning. Um, Apart from that, you can also use this for studio booking. Also, if you have multiple studios, and if you just want to make everything in assignment like centralized, you can do it like that. Or also for the calendar, what do you call this? The calendar for the crew or for the members of the news team. And then also you can use it for equipment planning. Like say for example, who's using this camera or OB van, you can add them in the assignment section. So first, I'm gonna open all assignment. So from here, I'm going to explain again the toolbar, and then next is the column section. So if you have the rights to create an assignment, plus button, it will enable the preview. In assignment section, we only have the vertical preview. We don't have the horizontal. I don't know why, but that's what our developers wanted. So vertical preview from here, you can type the name of your assignment. Let's say this is related to DMP. Let's say they have a press con. You can type the name of your assignment. And then from here, you can assign the users. So you start typing the name of the users or press F4 to give you the list of users. So say for example, you have a dedicated user. Let's say we have Farhad, assigned to Farhad. And then later, if you want to CC all the users, I can create another group and then add all the reporters in there. So all the reporters will be seeing those assignments. But this specific person, Farhad, can only see that this assignment is actually assigned to himself. Okay? So that's the users. And then we have tags. If you want to incorporate tags in your workflow, you can start adding them. So let's say it can be hashtag or just a keyword. So tags are actually useful if you want to categorize all the assignments or all the stories with this specific tag. And when you try to search for that topic, it will show you all those assignments related to that keyword. So let's say I want to add DMP. I'm going to create a new tag, DMP. Okay. And then from here, we have the schedule. Okay, let me just adjust this one. Excuse me. So from the schedule, we have right here, by default, we're showing the schedule for today and then the following hour. So from here, the date for today and then 13 hour until 14 hour. So by default, the length of our assignment is just 1 hour, but we can always adjust it, okay? So say, for example, this event is happening from 1 p.m. until 6, sorry. Sorry about that. So from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. We're using sorry. No, I'm good. I'll just take Okay. So from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., we're using the 24-hour timing. We don't use the AM and PM, unfortunately. So you'll have to specify the time here. Or you can also select from these dates, and then we have the option to drag the dates also. Say for example, it's happening today until tomorrow. So you just have to drag the dates here, and then, okay. Or, let's say it's only happening today. Right to the schedule, we also have all day option. So meaning it's happening the entire day. So you just click this one. And then also we have repeating. So say for example, from the DMP, this is happening repeatedly. So from here, since we select repeating, we have a rule. When is it happening? Is it happening daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly? So let's say it's happening weekly, every Tuesday and Thursday maybe. So weekly, repeat every 1 week. And then we have an end type. So when will this assignment end? So after 10 occurrences, or you specify the date. So let's say on, and then from here, you select the date. Let's say it will end until January 8th. And then next to this schedule, we have the location. If you have the Google Map key, we can also integrate it here in OCTOPUS. So later on, once you start typing the location, it gives you the correct location from the list. So for now, you can just manually type in the location here. And then since we are in the all assignment folder, you can select the actual folder where it will be saved. Okay, so if it's in all assignment or in central, you can select it from the list of folders. And then we have here the custom fields. So these are customizable. This is just the sample that we have. So when is the delivery time? You specify the date, estimated time of arrival, I don't know, it's a timestamp. And then we have another location actually here. In case this one is not working, we can add the location here. And then we have the output. So from here, this is just a sample. Where do you want to publish this one, this story later? Do you want to publish it on TV, Facebook, web, radio, or YouTube maybe? So let's select TV, and then if you want to publish on Facebook, again, press the Control key to multi-select from the list. Control, click, and then press OK. So now, this planning or assignment or event will be published later on TV and then also Facebook. So once the reporter is assigned to this one, if they are doing it, they can just tick this doing. And then from the notes, right here, you type the description of this assignment or whatever related to this task. So, okay, description is written here. Okay. Or if you have like the default template, let's say camera crew, whatever, we can create description like the default one, so every time you don't have to manually type them in. Or say for example, for studio booking, if you have the default format, we can also incorporate it here in OCTOPUS. So now we're done with the notes. If you want to add some attachments, you go to the Attachments tab. From here, you can create a story directly from the assignment. So let me just save this first. So now I can see this DMP Prescon from the list. And if I preview again, for the reporters, if you want to create a story directly from the assignment section, once you are assigned to an assignment, you will receive a notification. So if you press on the notification, it basically opens the assignment, that specific assignment. So you go to the attachments. From the attachment section, you can create a new story. From here, the name of the assignment and the name of the story is basically the same. And then you can set the plan duration, the template that you have, and then also you can set the schedule. So it also inherits the tags that you have in the assignments. And then from here, you can select yourself as the reporter, press OK, and then you can save it maybe in Central Story folder, and then press OK. It can be saved in the folder or in the rundowns directly, and then press OK. So now, why is that showing? Hold on. Okay, so it's just logging. I'm not sure why. Okay, so basically, I have the story as an attachment. And if I go to the story folder directly from the list, story folder, and then Central, I can see here the story that I have created directly from the assignment. So say for example, you created the assignment for the reporters. If you created the assignment directly from the story folder itself, what you can do is select the story, and then we have action, link assignment, and you search that assignment from the list and then press OK. So it will basically, once you link an assignment from the story folder, it will basically add as an attachment to that assignment. Okay? So apart from the story, you can upload some files, any files from here. You can also create a new assignment based on this assignment and then link the existing assignment. And then also you can upload some URL link, upload some text, create a placeholder, and invite some guests if you have the list of contacts. Okay? So that's the attachments. Again, we have the option to preview them as horizontal or vertical preview to see the content of that story or any attachment. And if there are any comments for this assignment, you will see them from the list, or you can create a new one, edit, reply to somebody, and delete it. And then from here, we have also the history. So you will see, I'm going to select side by side. We have different version from here. You will see what are the changes made on this assignment. Okay? So that's the history. Okay. So that's the plus button. If you have the rights to delete them, you can always delete them. So what I've created earlier, it's a repeating assignment. That's why you can see here, next to the title, you will see this icon, meaning this is a repeating assignment. Okay. Then we have the action to copy this assignment to another assignment folder, and then also move it to another assignment folder. For the bulk edit, action, bulk edit is actually useful if you have a repeating assignment, let's say, till 31st. Say, for example, you are working on this DMP, I'm gonna multi-select this one. If I want to edit this one, I'm gonna multi-select first the repeating assignment and then bulk edit. If I want to change the name of the assignment, let's say this is version 2. Okay. Or if I want to change the schedule, I can take this first and select the schedule from here and then press OK. So now it changes the title of these two assignments. Okay? So that's the action bulk edit. And again, we only have the vertical preview for the assignments. To disable that one, press these 3 dots and then preview. Then we have the filter. You can filter, since we are in the all assignment folder, you can filter by folder ID, the name of the assignment, or press F4 and select from the list. Okay? And then also you can filter by the users assigned to this assignment, and then also the schedule. For the schedule, we have different types here. We have basically this calendar right here. If I want to see the assignments happening from today until end of December, so I can just drag this mouse right here. Okay, so now I have the date for today until end of December. Then also we have the date for today, 1 day. These two are basically similar. And then we have the custom, the range of assignment for 4 days, for 7 days, and for 1 month. Okay? So it basically shows you all the assignments for this month. Okay? So that's the filter. Any question so far? Okay. So we have the filter, and then we have group by. We can group the assignments by the person who created it. Okay, let me just make it. So from here, I can see the assignments created by this user, octadmin. Okay. So we see all the assignments created by specific users. We can group by if is it doing. This is actually useful if you want to see what's actually in progress. And then also we have folder. We can group by folder name. All the assignments in central. In central, and then also in Star Bangla, you can see them from the list, and then Star Biz and Star World. And then we have the output. So which assignment goes to YouTube? So you can see here. Which one goes to TV? Which one goes to this 3 combination? So we can group by Facebook, TV, and YouTube also. We also have for the Facebook and TV and whatever combinations you have here. Okay? So that's a group by output, and then the schedule from. So we have the assignments happening for today, tomorrow, and the next day onwards. Okay? So that's the group by schedule from, and then also we can group the. Okay, so this is an issue, the group by users. There's actually a bug on this one, and our developers are still working on it. So we cannot group the assignments by the users assigned to it. Okay. So that's a group by, and then also you can chat a specific person related to this assignment. So that's a chat, and then from here, you can add the users from the list. Let's say you want to chat everybody or specific users, and press OK. Press OK, and then you type in here your message. Let's say blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to say, so just blah, blah, blah. And then send. So you're basically sending this message to this specific person that are related to this assignments. That's a chat. And then also, if the Google Maps key is integrated, you will see the correct map from the list. So unfortunately, we don't have it. So it's showing the map of, I think it's in London. Yeah. Let's try to search for Dhaka. No, it's not showing the correct result because we don't have the Google Maps key defined. So we can ignore that to remove it from the list. Right-click, customize, and then untick the map. Okay? And then next is we have different views of the assignment. What we're seeing here is the agenda view, or basically the list of assignments that are created for this month. And then also we have, so it's a list of assignment for this specific schedule. And then also we have the calendar view. You will see all the assignments for this month. So from here, you can just basically drag this to another date. Okay. Let's say this DMP PressCon, instead of Tuesday, it is moved to Monday, maybe. So you just have to drag those assignments to another date. And then also from here, you can see this green plus button. You can basically create a new assignment for that specific date. So that's the calendar view. And then also we have the timeline view. So from here in the timeline, I'm going to move it to this week. So you can see all the assignments that are created for this week. So all the repeating assignments or all day assignments, basically you will see them here on top. And the one for specific hour, you will see them on that, let's say for the 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Okay? So that's the timeline. Then also we have print. You can print the assignment as a list. If you want to multi-select an assignment, just press the shift and then select from the list and then print. So now we have the preview of this assignment, print. So you can see here, we have the doing column, the name, schedule, start, schedule from, schedule to, the output, the folder, and then the person who created it, who modified it. So whatever you see here can be reconfigured. And then also we have the detail. So from the detail, you can see the title of the assignment, the schedule, the users assigned to it. If there's tags, you will see them from here. And then the specific folder. I'm not sure with this output. I'm just gonna list it down. It seems like a bug. Yeah. Yeah, somehow it's not printed. So I'm just gonna note it down and then check on it later. Printed properly. Okay. Okay, so for the output, it should show the TV, Facebook, or something else. I'm not sure why it's blank. So I'll check on that later. And then also, we have the notes. Whatever is written there, you will see them from the list. Okay? And if you're happy with that, you can send it to the actual printer or print it as a PDF. And then print it. If you want to print it as separate pages, you can select separate pages or just untick that one and then print. So if you select to print as PDF, it will basically save in your computer. Okay? So that's the print option. Next, we have the full text search. You can search for the name of the assignment directly from the full text search. And then also we have the columns. If it's it doing, okay. We cancel this one. You can just basically tick this doing. And then we have the name of the assignment, the schedule from, and then schedule to. If it's an all-day event, you will see it's from today and today. If it's for a specific hour, it should show also right here, like 11 until 12. And then we have the output, the folder name, the person who created it, modified it, the modified date. And again, you can enable some columns from the list or remove these columns and then save this form as, and then you give it a name, press OK. Right? Any question regarding the assignments? Questions? What is the question?
All select the list.
Control A.
Control A.
Yes.
Not what mouse.
No. If you want to work with mouse, you'll have to use your keyboard still. You just have to press Control and then click, click, click. Yes?
What is the difference between copy and move?
You are copying the same assignment to another assignment folder. So move, you just move it from one folder to another. Yeah. Questions? No questions? Are you sure? Okay, if no questions, you know what to do. Exercises, assignment section. So, this is the last exercises this morning because we will have a lunch break soon. And then later in the afternoon, we'll talk about the stories. Okay, let's say this is, I'm gonna change it. Central. Okay, folder. Okay, so you have 15 minutes to complete this assignments. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions.
If we want to print these 10
Or individual.
No. You're just basically check the doing, like if it's in progress. So you just have to
if we want to print this 10 assignment, okay?
press this shift. No. Click the DMP, the first one first.
No. I select
Okay.
two story. Then this time.
If you just want to print this, click the, no. You have to use shift. Control or shift also.
Control ধরে আপনি সিলেক্ট করে দেবেন।
Okay.
Take a 10 minutes break for some snacks. Meanwhile, they also take snacks.
In my window, there are three stories.
Which one?
Practicing a lot.
You are in the planning, so you can see all the assignments for that because you are looking for the assignments for this date, for the 11th. I don't know, it's actually, go to this. You're actually in November, so if you want to see the one in December, yeah. All right. So are you done with the assignments, exercises? You finished everything? I'll promise I'm gonna make it quick. We'll do the story folder. And then we finally go on a lunch break. Okay, I thought you were, yeah?
Here the lot of story, slug name duplicate.
Yeah.
But in
You don't want any duplicate in your story folder?
because it's confusing, and when the boss ID creating,
Uh-huh.
which reporter we have to play.
Yeah, okay. So you don't want the same story name in story folder and in rundown. What if you're working on that same story? So how do you name it? Normally.
Normally, slug name we can add a lot of that
Details.
Kalada head extra or Kalada head.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or wrap up.
Okay. I'll discuss it later. Okay. Okay. So now we're done with the assignments. Let's go to the story. So story is the alpha and omega of broadcasting. So in Octopus, we have different ways on how to create the story. You can do it using this plus green button. You can do it from the planning, from the story folder, from the rundowns, and also when you drag and drop from the incoming feeds. So let's go to the story folder first. I'm gonna discuss the toolbars again, and then the columns, and then later in the afternoon we'll do the actual script creation. Okay? So first one, plus new button, it will open this dialog, right? So you give it a name, the actual title of your story. Let's say this one is for Parliament. I'm just gonna stick with the Prescott, okay? So I give it a name, and then I can set the planned duration. So how long is this story? Let's say this is 1 minute and 20 seconds. So I'm gonna type 120, and then the template. So these templates, you have OC. I think the OC Disco and Donut will need to, OC package also. So you can select from the list, but by default, we're just using OC as the default template. So it's like your studio element, or this one, it goes to the teleprompter. So it's just a text. And then you can set the schedule. So let's say it's happening for today, or you can, let's say it's happening tomorrow, you select it from this list. So for today, I'm gonna select this calendar. We have this option, should be recorded. This one, ignore this for now, because this is related to your playout with Aveco Astra. So that's the option. Ignore for now, okay? We will discuss later once we do the full integration with Aveco Astra. And then also we have the tags here. You can create a new tags, or you can just simply skip it. And then who's the reporter for this story? You type the name of that reporter, or you just press F4, select that person from the list, and then press OK. So now I have the story created right here at the bottom. So apart from the new button, you see this colorful buttons. If you press any of this, it will create a new story using this template. So right here, it's on-cam and package, combination of elements, and then the new story. So let's say this is for training, D1, enter. So that's how you quickly create a new story with these specific elements in the story folder. So you just press anything from here, and then it will create a new story, and then you can just rename that story. Okay? So these are configurable. If you have any other templates that you are actually using, let me know so we can arrange it. Okay? Next to the quick story templates, we have edit. So if you press this one, basically, it will edit the attributes of your story, the title of your story, the planned duration, the schedule, and also the reporters. We have also an option to add some custom fields. So if you have custom fields in your current workflow, if you want to see those fields in Octopus, we can add them here, okay? So better discuss within your group what do you want to see in story creation. Okay? So that's edit. And then also we have, in edit, we have convert. So if you select Edit Convert, it will edit the template. It will convert the template that you are currently using. Say for example, I don't want to use the OC package. Instead, I'm gonna use OC VO. And then press OK. From OC package, it will become OC and then VO. Okay? So that's the edit convert. Then we have the locate button. It shows you where this story is located. Currently, it's in Central Story folder for now. And then we also have the script. If you press this one, it goes in the script part, but you still not in edit mode. We also have script, edit. Now, when you are on edit mode, you will see this, enter text here. Okay? So that's the script, edit. And then we have the preview, horizontal preview or vertical preview. So it's up to you which preview you want to use. So now that I have enabled preview, I cannot see it from the list of toolbar. I'm gonna press this 3 dots and then preview. Press the preview again to deactivate it. Then we have the remove. If you have the rights to delete a story in a story folder, you can definitely delete it. So for now, each and every one of you have the same rights. So later on, it will change. And then we have remove, purge. Purge is when this story is linked in another location, you're basically deassociate this story from all those locations and delete this story instead. So that's the purge. And then we have action. We have different actions here. Move story, very self-explanatory. You can move it to another story folder or to the rundown directly. Okay? So that's the move. Then we have action, copy story. You are copying the content, the entire content of this story to another story folder or directly to the rundown. So whenever you copy, whatever changes you made on this another location, it will not reflect on this original story because you're just basically creating a copy.
Can you please explain about the varieties of copy or assign or link? What's the difference between these terms?
Yeah.
We should know when.
Yeah, that link is next. Okay. All right. So I'm going to type something here. Story from Central folder. So who was the prior experience with Octopus? From which station? I'm not sure. Decanto. Oh, are they still using Octopus? No. Still? And up until now? Ah, okay. Ah, okay, got it. Okay. I can't recall. Okay. So you've been using Octopus 6, Octopus 5, 7. Oh, so you're the latest, 8. Earlier.
I used it past 2003.
Oh, that's the old version.
That was intervening.
Okay. So basically, it works the same way. It just changes the graphical user interface. Yeah.
Version is massive change than before.
Yeah. But it's more on the graphics, graphical user interface. Yeah. But basically, it's still the same, the functionality. Okay? So this one, I have edited story from central folder. And then, let me just action. I'm gonna copy this one in Bangla folder. So if I go to Bangla folder, I'm gonna use the splits instead. And then I have the same training D1. Let me just enable some columns here. This story ID and story ID. Where is it? So whenever I copied, this is the story ID of the original story. And then this is the story ID of the new one. So basically, it's a new story with a new story ID. It's independent. So if I try to edit this one,
Okay, that means it will not change in other folder.
yeah, text added in star Bangla folder. If I save this one, it is not reflected there. So that's just copy. You're just copying the content of this one, but whatever changes you made here, it will not reflect to the original location. Okay? So if I try this Parliament press con, if I try to action, link story, I want to link it in Bangla, star Bangla, press OK. What happens is, let me just adjust this one first. You can see this exclamation mark, right? Meaning, this story is linked to another location. So,
One location.
yes.
This
It's
all
actually
explaining
two.
sign means one location. Okay.
It's actually two. So currently it's stored in central, this folder, and also in another folder called star Bangla. So if I try to action, link again, let's say in a rundown, the 15-hour rundown, you see this number 3, exclamation point. If I right click, it shows it's in the rundown at 3 p.m. and 2 story folder. Yes.
One rundown and two full.
Yes, that's correct. So if I try to edit, okay, let me just show you first the story ID from the central and from the star Bangla. It's the same. They share the same story ID. So if I try to edit something here, I'm just gonna type and save. Just save this one. If I go here, it's the same one. So if I try to add a VO maybe, and then type something here, yes. Okay. And then if I save it, it is reflected on the other location. This is useful if you have a 24/7 channel. Like if you have a developing story from 6 a.m. that you will need to reuse until at night. But the downside is when you keep changing that story, you're basically overriding the text that you have or the clip that you have earlier. So if you don't want this, if you don't want the new changes to reflect on this, on the previous story that has been aired, what you can do is you have to go to the rundown. Let's say the 3 p.m. rundown. You have to go to this okay, so it's here. What you can do is action and link story, okay? So make sure to do it in the rundown. So unlink the story, and whatever changes you made here will no longer apply to the other location. Okay? Question.
Is there any option, unlike one folder and remain the other folder? Unlink one folder and remain the other folder?
Yes, you'll have to go to that specific folder and then action. Oh, I think it's already unlinked. Action and then unlink story.
I mean, unlink all other folder. There is
Oh, yeah.
5 or 6 folder linker.
But for just one, no.
One or two unlink.
No. No. You just have to unlink it from that specific folder.
Unlink করার সময়
What do you think? Copy is more work friendly or not? Copy the story in rundown.
Copy, yeah, it's okay. But the thing is, you're like creating more stories. Say, for example, you have to copy it for one rundown to another. Yeah, it's like you're creating one rundown and another and another. Yeah, it's better to link. So if you drag and drop the story to a rundown, you're creating a copy of that story. So it depends on you on what will be the default action. Okay? So if you want to do the copy or link instead, you decide. It's your workflow, okay? So let me know. Yeah. Okay. Okay, maybe later or tomorrow you'll have more questions. So I've mentioned about link. This template-based action is actually defined in the admin section. Like say for example, for the templates that you're using, it can be copy or link. I think by default it's copy. So you can just skip this one and then just use copy or link story. Then we have the unlink story that I've already showed you how to do it. And then say for example, you're a reporter, you have already created this story in a story folder, and then you forgot to create that story from the assignment section. You can always link this story to that assignment. You just press F4 and select the assignment from the list. Let's say this is for the 9th of December and select that assignment and then press OK. So if you go to that assignment, this story is in the attachments. Okay, so that's how you link the story to an assignment. Then if you have the rights to archive a story, you can manually archive them, but we can set it in the admin section. Like after 1 year, we can automatically archive all the stories. So when we archive the story, we retain all the text, and then we don't archive the clip or the media, but we retain the metadata of that attached clip or that attached graphics. Okay? So that's the archive. This commit story, you can ignore this for now because it's also related to the playout device. Then we have the filter. You can filter the story by the person who created it, by the reporters assigned. Okay. Control-R. I'm gonna reset. The reporters assigned to this story, and then if there's any tags, you can also filter them. Okay? And then also you can group the stories by the statuses. We don't have any status for now. By default, when you create a new story, the status, I guess, it's not defined yet. I'll work on it later. So let's keep that for now. We'll get back to it after lunch, okay? So you can group by the person who created it, the format that you're using, basically the elements that you have in the story. In Octopus, actually, you can combine 2 or more elements in one story. And in Octopus 12, we now have the option to skip the element itself or the graphic itself. So before, in older version of Octopus, some of our customer, they don't combine 2 or more elements. They create one story just for the studio element and one story for the package. They always rename it DMP Studio, DMP Package. So before, that's what they do in older version because we don't have the capability to skip the entire element. But now in Octopus 12, we now have that functionality. So it's not an issue to have 2 or more elements in one story. Okay? So that's the group by format or the types of elements, group by reporters assigned to it. Okay? So these stories, they don't have any reporters, and then the rest of the stories, there's a person assigned to it. Then also you can group by schedule from, schedule to, and then the story locations. So this one, we have all the stories and central. This is the central folder. And then if you go right here at the bottom, you will see we have Star Bangla because this story is, it's linked. That's why you are seeing this Star Bangla folder in central folder. Okay? All right, so that's the group by, and then we have the ordered. Let me just close this split. So what happens is, for now, we have disabled the same story name. But, okay, so since it's disabled, if I try to drag and drop the story in the story folder, what happens is it creates the same story. But if we enable the same story name should not be allowed in the story folder, then this should not work at all. But we have here the ordered button. If you enable this one, you can rearrange the stories. So let's say these are the ready stories, you want them on top, you can just drag it on top. So make sure you have this ordered button available. Then we have the mouse button. You can just ignore this. It actually depends on the capability of your playout devices if they allow to activate a story directly from the story folder, not from the rundown. And then also you can import a text file or XML file and import it as a story. Then we have the option to print. In the story folder, we have 3 types of print. We have print as a list. So the selected story will be printed as a list. And then also we have print, let's say this one. I think we don't have the Bangla font yet. Script print, it will print the entire content of the story. So we have here the name of the story. If the story status is set, you will see them here. The duration also, the person who modified it, the current version, and then the date. And then also here you will see the elements that's in use and also the content of this one. If there's any clip attached, you will see also the metadata of those clips and also for the graphics. Okay. So that's the print script, and then also we have the prompter print. For prompter print, it will only show you the name of the story and then the elements that actually goes to the teleprompter and also the text that are included in here, right? Any question regarding the toolbar?
Prompt story for presenter hard copy, sir. Presenter hard
Hmm?
copy. For presenter hard copy. Print option prompt story.
Oh,
Script for
print prompter, yeah, for the presenters, yeah.
इसके पीछे individual story আপনি যদি in detail না বলেন এটা কি
এগুলো সিলেক্ট করে দিতে হবে নাহলে
ওসি প্যাকেজ
একটা বললে একটাই প্রিন্ট হবে
হ্যাঁ
আর নাইলে হচ্ছে যে রানডাউন ধরে গোষ্ঠী শুনতেছে
এটা প্রোডাকশন আলাদা শিখে দিতে হবে
So you decide what are the elements that will actually goes to the teleprompter. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it for now. Let's do the lunch break for real this time. So see you at what time?
This is only 150.
না 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 তখন আমাদের শুরু হবে
Lunch break? No, 2:30 is like so short. So what time? 3? 3, okay. So see you at 3 p.m. And then I'm gonna reconfigure the system. Okay. Thank you. Please be back at 3 p.m., okay?
সবাই একটু দয়া করে 3টার সময় আসবেন, হ্যাঁ? টাইমটা দিলে টাইমটা একটু রাখবেন। যেভাবে আমরা মানে অনেকেই গেছি কিন্তু আর কিছু করি না।
ও আচ্ছা এটা আমি করব ভাই আমরা তো ফিরে এসে দেরি করছি আর যারা ফিরে
All right. So we talk about the toolbars regarding your inquiry whether we can avoid the same story name in a story folder. That's possible, but it actually applied to all the schedule, not for dedicated date, unfortunately. So it's inevitable to have the same story name actually, but different schedule. So I'm not really sure how are we going to proceed with that one. Okay, so we talk about the toolbars, and then we have also the full text search, and then also we have the schedule. We can set the story folders to show only the stories that are created within the day. Or if you want to see all the stories from this specific story folder, we can also configure it in the admin section. Like we are showing all the stories every time you open this specific folder. But for now, I have set it for today preset. So every time you open the central folder, it shows you the schedule for today and all the stories created for the day. Okay. One thing I forgot. Let me just work on this one. Not that one. States. Hold on. Let me just configure this story status. Sorry, I completely forgot to do it during the lunch break. Ready to air. Once. Hold on. What's the color for? News story is red?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Then red. So this one should be under this.
Story after written by the reporters, it should be yellow.
And then once written,
Story written is should be yellow.
yellow. Okay.
Story approved should be green.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, yeah, green to ready to air, na?
Ready to air, hold on.
Blue.
Ready to air is blue. No, hold on. Let's go with the ready to air first because it's higher. Green.
Ready to air green.
Okay. And then story approve is
Blue.
edited is blue. So what is sky?
Sky.
Okay. Hold it. So it should be then approve. Yellow is written. And then for story edited plus. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. And then blue is for story edited. Okay. So, okay. go back. What the hell? Okay. Okay. So we don't have. Okay. So by default, when we create a new story, it should be red. Okay. I'm just gonna add it to everything for now. To our existing. Okay. You don't necessarily need to check this new story because whenever you create a new one, it should be automatic. Okay. All right. So the columns, we have the story statuses. Here you can see the colors. It's just a visual representation of your story. So whenever it's a new story, it's red. Story written, yellow, edited, blue, approved, sky, ready to air, it's green. Okay. So from here, you can actually change the story status from this status column. If you for now, you all have the rights to edit these statuses. But later, some of the status you may only have rights to some of this, but the rest you cannot have. Okay? And then next is the hashtag. This is actually the link. If the story is linked to another location, you will see this exclamation point and then also the numbers from this column. And then if the story is being edited by somebody, you will see this lock icon. So it's whether you see it as a lock or we have the option. If you right click, you will see which user is actually editing this account. And then also we have this format wherein we can show the lock icon and the user who's editing this one. So as you can see, it is being locked by OctAdmin user. So if you want this to be shown as like this or just the lock icon, let me know because I'm gonna need to do that on the admin section. The next to the lock is the format. So that's the elements that you are using for this story. So combination of OC, VO, or package and live. Then the name of your story. And also I have enabled this earlier, the story ID. If you don't want to see this, you can just remove this story ID column. Let me just, and then we have the plan duration. This is your plan for your story. It can be a minute, 5 minutes, or depends. And then the plan duration, so that's the plan, and then we have the actual duration. So from here, if I try to add 120 here, what happens to the actual duration? It still shows a minute and 20 seconds even though this story is empty. Once we have the actual story and clip attached, the actual duration will change to the actual duration of the entire story. Okay? So from here, you can see the planned duration is 0, but the actual duration is a minute and 32 seconds. So that's actually the duration of this text alone. Okay? And then also we have the reporters column, and then the person who created it, the date when it was created or the time, and then the person who modified this story, and then the date when was it last modified. So from here, from the columns, again, you can enable some columns here, or we can have some custom fields as well. This one. Right? So now we're done with these columns. You can make these columns wider or make it narrow. And then again, you can save this form as you give it a name and then press OK. So every time you open a story folder, you are viewing it based on the form that you have created. Okay. So now that we have created the story from the story folder, in this list, actually, you can edit the name of your story, highlighting it. Say, for example, DMP PressCon. I'm going to highlight it, and then on my keyboard, I'm going to press the F2 key to edit the name of this story. You can also do that for the planned duration. I believe for the reporters, you can also do it. Just press F2 and then F4 to select the reporter. Okay? So you can edit the name, the planned duration, and also the reporters. Okay? So now, let's go inside the story. So we have DMP PressCon. From here, again, this is the name of your story. Under it, we have the status of your story. So we have read. You can tick it. It's the same way as you tick from the column section. And then also from here, we have created by this person, modified by this person at this time. The duration is just 0. Scheduled, it's actually the planned duration is 0 also. So you can go to the previous story, and then also you can go to the next story by pressing this arrow button. And then we have the edit. Edit, you're just basically, okay, let me just go back. If you edit this one, you are script editing, okay? The same way if you double click in this section. So it's either you press this edit, this pencil, or you double click in the script part. Okay? Okay, somebody is editing it. Okay, so from here, it's either you press the edit, and then also we have different options to convert the element from OC and VO. Maybe you can do OC and package and then press OK. So it basically changed the elements. So edit, convert, edit attributes also. It's basically editing the name of your story, the planned duration, the schedule, and then also the reporters. And then you just press OK. And edit attributes and these attributes is basically the same. And then we have this technical part. Say, for example, you have a note here. Okay, let me just double click to enable. And then new technical note. Okay. Deleted the story is written here. Okay. So I have added the note. If I try to disable the technical part, I can see I have a note tag here, but I don't see the content. So that's why we'll have to enable this technical area. It's the same way when you add some graphics. Let's say I don't have the ActiveX plugin yet on my machine. So basically, I cannot show you how the plugin works right now, but hopefully by tomorrow it's working. So let's say we have the moss here. Control O for note, Control 1 is for the graphics, for WASP. But I'm not sure which machine is actually working. So the WASP team will try to install the ActiveX plugin. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so we're using the ActiveX plugin for the WASP, so it needs to be installed on each machine. But if there's HTML plugin, there's no need to install because by default it's using your Chrome CEF, something like that. Okay? So technical note, if I disable this one, I can see I have a note tag and then the MOS sub-element right here. But I don't know the content, so again, I have to enable the technical area to see the content on the left side. And then we have the assets. For the assets, we have 3 different types, tabs right here. Let me just... okay. Let me just copy and paste some text online. Okay, let me just close this one. Okay. So what I'm doing is just basically copy and pasting some text online. This is not the proper journalism. Okay. So let's say this one. Okay, so I tried to add some text, and then if I go to assets, if I enable this one, we have right here, assets tabs. It's the same in the assignment section. You can create a new story. Within this story, you can upload some files. You can upload some URL link. You can upload some text and then create a placeholder that will be as an attachment. Okay? So that's how you add it. And then if there are clips available in the system, let me just see if there's any ready clips. Nothing. Let's just say this is okay. So in case you have a clip attached from your story, like a ready clip or visual or however you call it, you will see them here in the clips tab. So later on, once the Aveco Astra is fully integrated, the clips should be playable. You can preview the clips within here in OCTOPUS. So hopefully by later this afternoon or by tomorrow, it is working. Okay, so for now, it's not here yet. And then we have the prompter tab. So right here, it's like a teleprompter. It shows you which element you are using and then also the text that will go to the teleprompter. Okay? So we're using OC element and then package. So this package element will not go to teleprompter. That's why the text that you have attached here is not shown in this prompter tab. So this is a new feature in OCTOPUS 12. Okay, so that's the assets section. And then also we have the locate button. So it shows you where this story is located. So it is linked to the star Bangla. So you can see it's stored in Central and star Bangla folder. Then also configuration. Right here you can change the font size and then also the font family. You don't actually need to do anything here. So you can just ignore this. And then also we have, in the script part, we have two types of print, the script print and the prompter print. I think the Bangla font should work now when you try to do the print, okay? And then if you're done, you can close it. Or you can save it, and then it closes. Now let's go back. It's either you go inside the story to edit your own story, or you use this preview function. Okay? So right here, we have added the note. If you want to add the presenter for your story, right-click, New, and then select the presenter tag or Control/. That's the shortcut. So you type the name of the presenter or press F4 and select the presenter from the list. Okay, so you can have 2 or more presenters in one, Control/, and then you type the name of the presenter. So this person will be reading this text, and then the other presenter will be reading this text from below. Okay?
toolbar বাংলা tool. Let's say we change fonts or bold Italian.
No. There's no bold something here. But we have this option. Right-click, format, and then you set the bold. Yeah. You can set it from the format. But you cannot do it in the config because it's only the font family and then the size. We cannot set it to bold every time. Or you just select this text and then Control B. That's the shortcut. Okay.
So I need toolbar in display. That's not right button or other software.
No. Unfortunately, our developers will refuse it. Will refuse that request. So the only way is you just select the text, Control B, if you want it to make bold. Yeah, the formatting. And then also, I'm not sure if the teleprompter will show this text in bold also. It depends on your teleprompter. Unless you're gonna print everything, then that's fine. You set the formatting for that. Let me just go back. All right, so we have already added the presenter, and then also say, for example, for the reporters, you have a sound bite, and then you know the actual duration of that sound bite, but you don't have the script yet ready. So what you can do is, again, right-click, New, and then duration tag. So say, for example, the sound bite is 15 seconds long. Currently, our text duration is 32 seconds and 18 frames. So say, for example, we're going to add 15 seconds. 015. And then from 32 seconds, it becomes 47 seconds, sorry. Okay? So once you have added your script, you can just basically remove this duration tag from the list. Okay? So again, right-click, new, to add the mouse object. This one, control one, is to add a graphics. We don't have the graphics yet. Then also from here, we can add a technical note on the left side, a duration tag. If you want to add more duration for your story, then we have presenter. Timestamp, I suggest not to use this because whenever you add some timestamp in your story, it just shows the time, but it goes to the teleprompter. So do not use it. Okay? So some of our customer requested this functionality. That's why we have them in the list. There's no option to disable it, unfortunately. So I would not suggest to use it because it goes to the teleprompter and the presenter or the anchor might read the timestamp. Okay? So next to the new button, if I right-click, format, again, we have the basic formatting, bold, italic, underline, and then make everything lowercase, uppercase, or switch case. And then you can make everything capitalized. And then also, we have the text orientation left to right, and then right to left. And then also, you can set the colors. We only have 4 colors at the moment if you want to apply them. And then also we have 2 different notes, script note and prompter note. So let's say, okay, let me just write it down. Script note, duration is ignored and does not goes to prompter. Okay, prompter. Then we have prompter note. Duration is also ignored, but goes to prompter. Use this to command your anchor. Okay? So we have here script note. So say for example, you just want to add some text related to your story. So the duration of this text is 3 seconds and 16 frames. So if I right-click on this one, format, script note, or the shortcut is Alt-I, or you use the double open and close parenthesis. So this text, the duration of this text is completely ignored. It's not counted at all, and it will not go to the teleprompter. It's if you just want to add some note in your story, okay? And then we have the prompter note. Duration also, it's 5 seconds. It will be ignored. So we have 52 seconds. Total, if I right-click, format, and then script note, now it backs to 47 seconds. Sorry. Control Z, I'm sorry for that. Right-click, format, prompter note, okay? So, script note is double open and close parenthesis, while the prompter note is using the greater than and less than sign. So this one, the duration of this text is also ignored. It's not counted, but it goes to the teleprompter. You can use this to command your anchor to look at camera 1 or camera 2, or you can ask them to smile more, or you can ask them to tone it down, like that. Okay. Or let's say, if you want them to look at cam 1, you just type something like this. Sorry. Okay. And then if you want to ask the other presenter to look at CAM2, you just, okay, do it this way. And then also we have, apart from this one, we can also have a custom marking, but we can do that in the administration section. So that's the formatting. Any questions so far with the 3 types of notes in Octopus, in the story?
I have a question.
Yeah?
It's come of your tabulation sheet. Land to vary, I
Sorry? Show me. Sorry, guys.
There are a lot of slacking.
Uh-huh.
Naked, folder.
Right.
So I only use 3 or 4 there.
Right.
Then I have to log this all time. When I log in,
Uh-huh.
only show this 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
How can
So you just have to right click on that column, go to, yeah. If you don't want, okay, you're in the story folder actually. No, in assignment. So right click,
Suppose the whole thing is my template.
yeah.
So I want to log this, not remove or not add
Mm-hmm.
this time.
So right click on the column header, anywhere, yeah. Save form as. You give it a name, up to you how you want it. Okay, and then go to the other assignment folder, maybe on all assignment. And then okay. Okay, if you right click here, yeah, use that one instead and then change the, okay. Yeah. So that's how you do it. And then if you want to modify them, just edit the columns.
And when is the rundown?
Our rundown, we'll discuss it tomorrow. Yeah. See, you'll have to come back tomorrow for the rundowns. Okay. So for now, we're in the story section. Okay. Any questions so far with the notes? So we have 3 types of notes. Again, technical note right here on the left. And then we have script note if you just want to add something on related to the story, but you don't want to send it to teleprompter. You can do the script note. And then we have the prompter note if you want to command your presenters. Okay? So adding a graphics, it's not yet working, but for now, you just have to add Moz object. Okay. And then also, in Octopus 12, we now have this first and last word for your story. It's automatically generated. So you can see here, it starts with simmering tensions between Thailand, and then, yeah, and the last one is 5 days of fighting. So this is actually useful when, especially in the rundown section, Octopus will show which one is the first word and then the last word. So you can identify how the story ends. Okay?
How can you change my font size?
Font size.
Yes, font size.
It's either you do here from the config or you do here. You see this letter A? You can change the font family and also the font size from this area. Okay? Any other question? Um,
I only use
No, it will not work. Octopus will still count the text, whatever you have. It should be double. Yeah, double. Open, greater or less than sign. Okay. All right. You can also, okay, when we're writing the script, you can actually minimize it. And then you can add more elements right here. So you know the differences of these elements, right? So OC goes to the teleprompter package. Whatever text you write here will not go to teleprompter, but Octopus will calculate the duration of the clip for the package element. For the VO, regardless how long the duration of the clip is, Octopus will always calculate the duration of the text. Okay? Unfortunately, as much as you're aware of the placeholder, right? So for the reporters, if you're coming from outside, you have your story created. You can create a placeholder in Octopus. So basically, it will generate a name of the clip. And then you can inform the video editors to ingest the edited clip on that placeholder. So to create a placeholder, unfortunately, it's not working at the moment. We have manual creation. So this is the date for today, 9th of December. And then the name of your story, the element that you're having, and then this is the increment, actually. So say, for example, you have 2 VO. The next one will be 005, 006, something like that. So the video editors will identify which element he needs to ingest that clip. Okay? So when we create the placeholder, by default, the duration is 0, and then the status of this clip is not ready. So unfortunately, it's not working yet. Hopefully by tomorrow morning, it's functional. So we can work on the rundown section. Okay. Right. So it's either you do it manual creation on Astra or auto create. So the naming pattern of this what you call this, of this placeholder, we can always change it into your desired naming convention, okay? So that's how you create a placeholder. You do with the pencil and then auto-create or create. Now, if you want to add a ready clip, again, press this pencil and then select browse or press F4. It will show you all the clips available in the media library, but unfortunately, all of these are not ready. So I don't have any ready clips to show at the moment. Hopefully, I texted the guy already. Hopefully, they will fix it soon. Okay? Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot show anything. And then also, you can rearrange the order of these elements. You just have to drag it on top to rearrange them. Okay? And what else? Okay, so once you're done, you just save them. Okay, somebody's working on it. And then also, if you go back to your story, and then you go to the history tab right here. Okay, let me just change it. Instead of combined, I'm gonna use side by side. Okay. So from here, in the history tab, you can see all the changes by the person. Octopus is not actually saving every minute. So it's consolidating all the changes, I think. every 5 minutes. Okay? So you can see here the person who created it and then the rest of the person who edited this story. So if you want, say for example, to revert to this version 13, so we have here side by side, I have the version 13 on the left, and then I have the save version on the right. So if you want to revert back to this section, make sure you are on edit mode and then press this restore restore button. And then Octopus will show a confirmation message if you really want to revert back to this version. Okay? But say for example, there are just minor changes on the script. Instead of reverting back, you can just copy and paste the text back from this history back to this script area. Okay? So that's how you easily retrieve all those details. The deleted text maybe. Okay? So that's the history. Any questions so far? Sure? Okay. I hope you don't mind if I record you. Okay. So I'm gonna start recording. Insta360. So it's recording from here. Okay. Say hi. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go around. Okay, sorry. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can assign yourself as reporter. Press OK. What happens is you cannot see this, so you set the schedule for tomorrow. You just press this arrow next. Then you can find it there. Okay?
Why two sides are same?
Okay, so actually the first 5 words, it goes to this first, and then also the last 5 words are also go to this first and last words. So it's automatically generated by Octopus. Yeah.
Some Bengali words you cannot write.
Hmm?
Some Bengali words cannot write.
Which one? Ah, okay.
Rab, R-A-B. It's Bengali meaning rab. Broken.
Mm. I think you can select from the config and then select Star News font.
Yes, it is star news.
That's a Star News. Okay. Yeah, we need to check on that also. The issue. You cannot say because it's your company's. Okay, we'll check with them.
At Masaka television, we cannot write rab.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's basically problem of the font of Opera. It's Bangla Unicode form.
Yeah.
I think it's problem from Unicode.
Yeah.
It's not Octopus problem.
Actually, each TV station here, they have different fonts. That's what I noticed. Okay. But I think you can use which one you use for government? Vrinda or something? Vrinda font? Or what else?
Previous session we also also face that problem, same problem. So, we practice the English word RAB. Rap.
Oh, okay.
In Bangla sentence, only one word is in English,
Uh-huh.
RAB rap.
Oh.
Because of we can't spelling this in Bangla.
Uh-huh.
It's for problem of I think it's Obro problem,
Okay.
Unicode problem.
Uh-huh. And then actually, aside from Sutuni, what else do you have?
Sutuni also Bangla font.
Yeah,
Sutuni also different type of Bangla font.
right.
But these all are integrated by Unicode.
Right, right. No, you have it minimized actually. It's there. Just cancel that. Okay. So below the package, no, just, no, it's okay. No, reopen it. Ah, okay.
No problem. 5 to 10 minutes later.
I think it's for the wasp. Let them be. Yeah, it's okay. So I think it's for the graphics. So we can just show. You can do it from here actually. Are they done? Okay, so right click here at the bottom, new, and then select the element that you need to use. Let's say if you want to add SOT or VO, you just select from the list. Probably you cannot see it here because it is the date for today. So you can just simply go to the schedule for tomorrow. Okay? So it's either you select this calendar or you just press this next day. Okay? So you will see here all the stories created for tomorrow or the 10th of December. Okay? What was that?
That's Gupto. Gupto means silent.
Ah, okay.
Silent news.
এখানে অটোমেটিক্যালি আপনি স্টোরির সাথে ওই সবকিছু দেওয়া থাকে আপনি ওটা খুললেই দেখবেন এটা কত তারিখে
আরো ফাস্ট
মানে কখন এটা ক্রিয়েট করছেন কত ঘন্টা লাগায় এখানে এডিট করছেন কতবার এডিট করছেন কে মডিফাই করছেন এগুলো ওখানে থাকে মানে ওটা তো অলরেডি সব দেওয়া আছে আবার আপনার ওইটা লেখা না আপনি স্টোরির ভিতরে ঢুকলে আইডিটা ক্রিয়েট হচ্ছে কবে কখন সব কিছু দেওয়া আছে হিস্ট্রিতে সব দেওয়া আছে এখন হচ্ছে আমার এটা হলো ইনভিশন রানডাউন যেটা ছিল সেগুলো দেওয়া তাহলে আমি বিএনপি লেখা ফাইল বিএনপির 20টা স্টোরি আছে 20টা স্টোরি আছে হ্যাঁ 20টা আপনি আমাদের প্লে করবেন আজকের স্টোরি কোনটা বা আমার গতকালকের স্টোরিটা দরকার আপনি এটা ভিতরে ঢুকলে আজকে তারিখ এইখানে আপনি মানে এখানে যে টাইমিংও দেওয়া আছে যে রাইট মাউস ক্লিক করলে এই যে আপনার যে ঘর এই যে ক্রিয়েটেড কত টাইমিং সব দেওয়া আছে আমি তো এই পুরো ভুলে গেলেই দেখতে
পুরোনো স্টোরি তো আপনি ফুলের ব্যাকে গেলেও পাবেন, নাম্বার ওয়ান। দ্বিতীয়ত ওইটা যদি আপনার আর্কাইভে চলে যায়,
এখানে
আপনি
যদি
আর্কাইভে
আপনি
গেলেও
date
পাবেন।
আরেকটা দিয়ে দিন।
তারপরে আরেকটা অপশন আছে, আরেকটা অপশন হলো মাই স্টোরিতে আপনার নামে যদি আপনি লগ ইন করেন, স্টোরিটা যদি আপনার করা থাকে, তাহলে আপনি ওটা মাই স্টোরিতে গিয়েও পাবেন।
Hello, Manirul. Good afternoon. Yeah, how are you? Yeah. Yes, I am. I can come today, maybe after 5 p.m. Are you in the office? Uh-huh. Tomorrow morning, yeah, it's fine. Is Peter will still be there? Oh, wait, tomorrow morning. What time tomorrow? 10 or maybe around 10 or before 10. Is that possible? Because I'm conducting training. Yeah. Uh-huh, okay, okay. So if it's possible after 5 today, that's actually okay with me. Yeah. Yes, but Peter is leaving, isn't he? I think he also want to discuss something. Mm-hmm. Okay, sure, sure. Sure, no problem. So, are you done with the exercises? Finish? I think you're done. The rest are not.
Our training 3 days.
2 days. Yeah, today and tomorrow. Yeah. Any questions so far? Okay, so I can give you this also, these exercises after the training. And I think that's it for today because I cannot show the graphics and the placeholder creation. We'll try to fix it today, and hopefully tomorrow I can show it to you. And one more thing before we end the training, important section that you can use is you go to this My Octopus section and you go to e-learning. Where is it? Okay, so it actually goes to my my browser. So if you click, where is it? If you click my Octopus, Octopus Guides, and then e-learning, or you can go to the browser, go to e-learning.octopus-news.com. If you enter, there are some short clip, 2 to 5 minutes long clip regarding all section in Octopus. You can watch those if you want to practice more. I don't know. Sa internet is slow, but maybe you can try it on your machine. Okay. So we have here story creation, how to work with wires, with the rundowns also. So if you're interested, you can check these short clips in here. It is just slow. So if you try to go here, my octopus, and then all the way down, no, you scroll down, yeah, it goes to the browser. Okay, it's also slow. Or you can just go to your browser and just type e-learning.octopus-news.com and then press enter. I think our internet connection is quite slow, so it's loading slow. Okay, it's taking forever. But if you can access them on your machine downstairs, it would be better if you have faster internet connection downstairs. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So we'll continue tomorrow morning again at 10 a.m. So I'll try to be more punctual tomorrow. Hopefully, we can start the training. And then we will discuss more about the rundowns and then also the social media once integrated, and then also the other sections in Octopus. Okay? So, guys, thank you very much. That's it for today. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you.